increasing the bit depth anyway. Hey, hey, we're live. Alright, I'll have to remember how to set that up. Alright, now we're on YouTube. Sweet. Yeah, I'm hoping maybe we get a watch looking up. Should have checked the space weather, but it's looking pretty good. Did that one finish? Yep, I think it finished. Alright, so let's just double check. Oh no, it's still capturing. Okay. God, this takes up so much. So much space. I'm trying to see the prominences too. So I've taken data, but I've never gotten a really good result with that. But I'm feeling like today might be the lucky day. Dog's eating grass. So yeah, I'm thinking take 2000 16-bit frames and then take 4008-bit. Just need a little experiment. Plus maybe we'll get lucky. We'll get something passing in front, or I don't know, maybe some flare that pops up. Writing buffer. Jeez, already. Let me move some of this data off the hard drive here. Say we got some data last night. Alright, while that's doing that, let's increase our exposures. Let's see. I'm not sure how bright we'll need to go. I might need to adjust focus too. I'd say there's probably pretty good. Maybe on the maybe there. Maybe. You guys probably tell better than I can now. If I could try to focus on the edge a little bit. Tell if I'm focusing on the edge or not. I mean, moving focus, but we're kind of at a loss here. Let me do this. Let me drop this down, maybe. Just drop it down towards it's not so bright. Probably easier to get the edges. Good God. There we go. Anyway, good focus anyway. Alright, let's try to get this. Oh my God. There we go. Oh, too far. Getting there, getting there, getting there. We're getting there. It's probably a little further off, probably a little. Not quite there. Actually, I can see a little spot. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Alright, now let's bump up the exposures. That's gonna be too bright. I'm gonna assume it's gonna have to be like this, right? It's gonna have to be pretty faint. We'll try it. Let's do a lot shorter. I don't think that we're gonna. Do a lot shorter. Hey, Goppy, what's up? Bircha, hey guys. Study? Boo. You studying for Japan? Your trip? Alright, so we got that. We'll stack that later. Let's go back into. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna do this real quick. Do. Actually, shit, I should have done double, didn't I? Yeah, it's fine. Let's stop that. Let's do. If we're gonna do it right. So yeah, if you're just joining, doing some solar imaging today, doing a little bit of experiment with using 16 versus 8-bit imaging. Essentially because we're stacking, and we're taking thousands of images. You know, when you stack, you're essentially increasing the bit resolution, the bit depth. So, in theory, we're taking so many. There may be a benefit to doing 8-bit and getting faster image downloads, getting higher FPS. Let's see. Let's get this bad boy back down to. Yeah. And you can see we got some really nice. Oh, we got two planes flying over. Can you see that or not? Wait. Hey there. Why don't you go in the front of the sun? Alright. focus on this one now. Let's go do another 8-bit run until I run out of disk space. We could probably process these on stream too. It's not like these are completely they're not as involved. At least at the start anyway of it's like deep. Let's see, let's go negative. I mean, that looks pretty sharp, to be honest with you. You guys can tell better than I can. That looks... a little too much, probably. That's pretty good. It looks pretty good. You can see the convection cells in there too. I mean, you can clearly make them out. I mean, I can see them, so I'm sure you guys can see them. Alright. Do another... Start capture, we're gonna do... We're in the 8-bit, right? So we'll do 4,000. I could do more, but since we're kind of experimenting, I don't really want to commit to the disk space for 10,000. It's probably overkill, honestly. You know, we got decent seeing. I mean, transparency's not bad. So it should be good enough. Hope you guys having a good weekend. Bowie, what are you doing? You sunbathing? Oh, you're gonna stretch? You're gonna be a good puppy. Say hi, Bobo. Yeah, someone got into the fire pit and decided to drag out all the charcoaled logs. I don't know why. I don't know why. I still am getting really good comet data. I just need to process it. We had a really great session last night. Really good guiding. Seeing seemed pretty decent. So we got a bunch of data on Pinwheel. I think a little on Casper. And then I haven't looked at the comet data because I just kind of set it up for Pinwheel and to image the comet right after. But it looked like it ran pretty well, so I'm pretty stoked about that. Oh my god, these dogs. Alright, hey, you're fucking stop. Move your big butt. Move your big butt. While this is imaging, I'm just gonna go ahead and check the space weather today. Any reports of anything? Oh no, it's still capturing frames. Okay. We're almost out of disk space. Good God. It takes so much. Let's see what else can I move over. I could move last night's Casper data. I am probably not helping my frames per second by yeah, we'll watch. I'm gonna bet that as soon as this clears up, we'll see how quickly it starts writing. Probably killed the buffer. Oh, you know what? speaking of buffer, let's go in. I gotta wait. We can go in shark cap, and we can kind of tell it either to buffer more memory for capture or have larger memory for stacking. I think it got split 50-50 right now. Capture complete. I think you have to memory. Okay, no, I got the other way still. Okay, good. Go ahead and capture. Let's go ahead and paste this over here too. So we need disk space. Alright, so we did the 8-bit capture. Should be having a live view. There's the sun. There's some wonderful dark spots, sunspots. If you don't know, I guess I can't assume everyone knows these things, but these dark spots are, the size of the Earth or bigger. Just to give you context. Let's see, let's check out what's going on in the space news. Space weather. Anything fun going on? What was it? Noah's? I think I need to. I think I've. Noah space. Let me share my screen. Assume it's gonna let me screen. Did I do it Firefox? Did I do it? Hold on. Every time I hear a plane, I'm like, is it gonna go through? No, that one's not going to. What was I doing? Right. So, space weather. Oh my god, dog. Let me go ahead and bookmark this for future. It's a little easier for me to do. Alright, here we go. Chrome, what's going on? Chrome. Hey. So, not much going on right now. Everything's just kind of chilling. Alright. Nothing. No flares. Oh. Okay. Well, beggars can't be choosers, I guess. Oh, gotta sneeze. Ooh. Oh my god, dog. Is there anything? There's the other thing that shows more history. I can't remember what the link is. Space weather enthusiasts. Ooh. Have a whole dashboard. This is pretty cool. Hey, that looks familiar. You guys think that looks familiar? Looks a little familiar. Yep. Alright, well, we didn't get lucky. see, we got some time until they predict maximum, maybe. So we always get lucky. Look at another plane. I can hear it. I can't see it though. Not bad. There, can people see? There's the bobos. Alright, you want to sit? That's fine. That's fine. Hi, buddy. Puppy. Bowie. Bowie. Look. Like whatever. Whatever. Alright, so now we've got those images. Let's still writing to say we could probably go ahead and just look at what we've captured in case you've never seen it. We could do a quick processing. We can tell which ones are screw-ups, right? Let's see which one's this one. I don't think that's the one we want. So we have the seer player. Just gonna play the image for us. There we go. I guess I can review and make sure that we get any cool satellites or anything pass through. But looks pretty straightforward there. Look at this one, 32 gigs. Good God. Looks good though. Oh, I can show you guys my setup real quick too, if you guys are interested. I'm also running it with cooling on the camera, which could introduce some vibrations. I'll have to see. I could definitely turn it off and do a comparison. But, hi, buddy. But again, at as fast a speed as we're shooting at, I don't know if it's a super big problem or not. Here we need faster playback speed. Let's do. Where that plane is. Someone's probably already passed me, behind me. Go fast. Or I guess I can just. Skim it. It won't get any. Alright. That's fine. Yeah, we can delete that one. Yeah, let's see. I think probably regular stacking is going to be the way to do that. I don't know that. Yeah, 8-bit. 3. Okay. Okay, that one's also 8-bit. Oh, you know what? I think because I did it longer. There we go. So yeah, we've got the 16-bit. I think this is 1,000, and this should be 8-bit. Like 2,000, or the other way maybe it's 500 and 1,000. Either way, it's double. All right, cool. And then I think this one looked pretty good, to be honest with you. Let's see what we can do with it. Auto stackered. We are going to open desktop shortcap. Sun. We want. I think this is the one. That's what I want. I want that one. We want to do surface. Yeah, we can do surface, right? Why am I not seeing? No, it's not showing me. How is it? Yo, where the hell is my... There we go. Good grief. Let's try this again. Good God. Alright. Let's zoom. I think we can set this. Let's have it. That's probably a pretty good anchor. What do you guys think? All right, let's go and analyze. So we are going to have it look at all 4,000 frames and then try to figure out which one is the has the most detail, the most stable. right. So it is it still? No, still processing. Okay. It'll also, once it goes through the frames, it will place them in the order it thinks from best to worst. So you can actually kind of play through and kind of compare the end and beginning of the data. Hey, so it's done. You can see here, probably the wobbling of the atmosphere. Quality is okay. Not great. But yeah, let's go ahead and compare. We'll look at the sunspots. So that'll be a good way to tell kind of the best frames from the worst. Alright, so go see these again. Oof. Good. Alright, so I mean that looks pretty good. We'll zoom in a little bit more because we got, yeah. So we look at that, and then we're gonna go here. Yeah, see, okay. So I hope that kind of shows pretty clearly if, it's a lot more out of focus than, say, this one. Alright, let's kind of zoom back out. And let's go ahead and select alignment points. Oh my god, dog. We'll do auto. We'll see what it does. Okay, I don't know that I want to do 15,000 auto points. Yeah, sure. That's fine. So let's select, we've got 4,000. Let's do the best 1%. Let's see what that looks like. Do we need to drizzle? I don't think we need to drizzle. Not for this. Dog it. That's right. Need to get like a little comfier chair. Got my trash can observatory, but it's a little bright. Let's stick this over my head. There we go, now I can see really good. And still running. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty impressed with that. I think it's gonna come up pretty good. And this is a single frame. So, we can definitely see little convection cells. You can see some hotter spots. See the dark spots. So yeah, I think that'll come up pretty nice. Let's do a live view here. If you guys are ready for the eclipse, I need to finish up my plans with Chris. finalize. Oh man, did I actually close my YouTube stream? Probably. I think maybe once it starts I don't have to. Oh no, cool, it's still there. Sweet. Oh, looks like I can set up some moderators for YouTube if anyone's interested. Alright, cool. It's good to know that I can start it. And not have to keep it up. Bueno. Alright. That's just really cool, actually. Just looking at the sun, guys. Probably more. Does that rotate? I don't remember. I'm sure there is a way to do it. But yeah, you be facing sideways. This is 90-degree angle that we're imaging at here. Just anyone's curious. So yeah, if you looked at like the thing from the NASA, you would see. Oh, did it finish? Cool. Okay, it said it finished. Now I don't have the other processing stuff on here, but we should be able to at least do a nice comparison. This one probably to show the whole. Yeah, so if we zoom in, yeah, so this is without. There's other processing we can do, but if we, take a look at that compared to, I don't know, look at it like the single frame. Which the single frame's pretty impressive. Zoom. Zoom. Are you not gonna zoom? Seriously? Fine, you bastard. Yeah, so where we'll really see the differences once we start processing. We'll be able to pull out more detail here. Oh. And you might see better than I can. I don't know why this is not. Why not let me zoom, bro? Why not let me zoom? Fine. Piss on you. And we'll clear here. The biggest thing probably is going to be about noise. You can kind of see, looks like a little bit of noise in the imaging there. Oh yeah, I want them to be, can you, guess we compare it to live view. Still pretty cool. This way. This is a little bit more zoomed in, but you get it. You get the difference there. And we'll definitely be able to enhance that. I'm about to eat this dog into the sun. Yeah, and you can see obviously we're kind of at the limit. You can see the pixels there, right? I do think they do have in there a new tool for live viewing. Let's see. There you go. This is kind of more of a looks like we got a little bit of shaking. But yeah, there you go. You can kind of get an idea of, so we can really start to see some of the structure. I wonder if we could do that to see the prominences. Let's try that. Because that would be pretty nifty. Maybe. Maybe. This would be a good way for me to test getting the perfect settings for it. Let's see, maybe if we play with the we're just looking to see if we get anything. Doesn't look like it. Looks like maybe in a how many stack? Oh, stack length. Okay, you can increase it. Oh shit! Don't do that. Right, let's see. If we stack more of them. Yeah, I'm not. Whoa, stop. You know, it's probably not the best offset to be using for this. I don't think it's gonna matter for the solar data. Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything. Maybe we have to bump it up a little bit higher. What do you guys think? Nah. Not seeing much there. Bump it up again. Although, I bet you an 8-bit though, that is going to be a little bit harder to do. I mean, that's why noise then. I don't think that would be it. So you tell it's all gone in the same direction, so it's probably more noise. Well, poop. I mean, maybe. Maybe with better focus. Yeah, I mean, maybe. It's pretty bright though. Jesus. I feel like you'd probably need a little bit more filtering to get at that. Hey, lefty loosey, righty tighty. Hey, Fresh Meat, how's it going? We're just trying to see if we can pick up some sun prominences, but I think I'm gonna need a little bit more. More specialized filters to capture that better. Or maybe I just need to go way higher than I think. Okay, here you go. There's a live view of the sun. Hope you're doing good, Fresh Meat. For shits and giggles. 16-bit. This might be where that extra data really helps. Let's try a little crazy number. Alright, maybe not that crazy. Maybe not that crazy. I feel like it's much better to go lower and boost up. I mean, we could also just be looking at time to where there's not going to be anything impressive on the edges without a dedicated scope. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to pull that off. So we at 256. And we could try bumping it up. That'll definitely give us more data to work with, but I don't know that I can pull it off on this thing. Blow it out, see if there's any hint of structure. I think we'll have more hint of reflections than anything. Oh well. We tried, right? Let's go back. Though interesting, this has the time-lapse view. This is probably the software I will be using for capturing the eclipse. SharkCap's just really good for doing planetary and solar and kind of higher frames per second than deep sky imaging. is definitely not thermal. Pretty good though. Pretty good. I don't think this one has. Actually, I should look. Let's see if we could do it this way. Let's do folder monitor. Desktop. Sharp cap. Today, Sun A1. Cannot read. Why can't it read it? You disappoint me. I don't think this ASTAP have wavelets. Alignment. Pixel math. No, I don't think it has wavelets. Bastard. Oh yeah. It was a little better, although I did kind of make it funky. It looks a little funky. This is more natural color though. The green tint is because human eye is more sensitive to green, so all color cameras actually have 2 green pixels. So it's not just RGB, it's RGGB typically. I guess what we could do, since this is gonna be lame, back to go ahead and we can process the other image. Desktop. Sun. We want this guy. This guy. So we'll have a nice comparison between the two. So about the 16-bit image data and the 8-bit. While that's doing that, we'll just look at this a little more. See if we can't. That looks pretty good. What do you guys think? Again, we can get it to white balance. So this is actually what the light looks like that's coming in. Not bad. Oof. This blanket don't breathe. It does not breathe at all. Here, I'm gonna go in the bright sun. The only bad thing about solar is you kind of, you know. There we go. Thanks for joining in, guys. I haven't done solar in a while. Tomorrow's supposed to be decent too. This is kind of good to practice because I'll probably take in this. Let's see, can you see it? There you go. Taking that scope. And I'll probably take my DSLR, camera phone. I may try to stream it, but we're kind of going to be, like most people, kind of in the middle of nowhere, so I have no idea. Connectivity is going to be like, you know, because even if there is a cell tower nearby, you know, you're going to have a large number of, you know, higher than usual number of people there. So I predict it'll be pretty difficult. And I don't want to get a Starlink just to deal with. I don't want to support Elon's ass and all the satellites he's putting up in my way, but I'm not sure there's a much better option. Wish the other companies would hurry their ass up and get their constellations, but then again, we're going to have more satellites, so I don't know if there's a win-win for anyone on this whole subject. Alright. How's our processing going? Did it finish doing its analysis? Okay, so it's done its analysis. It thinks that what? It thinks that this is the best image. And we can see that probably not far off. Quality on this looks similar to the other one we processed, the 16-bit data, or the 8-bit data. We will... Okay, that looks like it's done a pretty good job. It's kind of hard to see, but... Oh wait, no, this is the 8-bit. What are you doing? What are you doing? That's not what I want you doing. No. No. I want... I want this one. Give me that one. Oh, do I have more than one going? Or is it just acting kind of funky? Oh, you know, I think it's got both of these open. Close it. Go away. Shoo. Go home. Go home. Alright. Try this again. Let's say we kind of want surface. It's gonna pick a point. It should be fine. Shouldn't be a difficult one at all. Oh my god, now my dog is whining to come back out. Let me go get him, and I'm gonna get a water real quick. If that's okay with you guys. If not, tough shit. Back. Actually, no, I was thinking too, actually. You guys, this should do a quick live stack of the pinwheel from last night. Because it looked pretty good. Hi, Bubbo. Oh. Yeah, no, it looks pretty good. This is Chris, everybody. It's my Astro buddy in Florida. We're hoping we're gonna try to meet up at Oklahoma to capture the eclipse. You know, it's been really great, actually. We lived like a mile down from the road from each other, and worked at the same company, and I worked with his brother, and then worked with him. So it was always nice, you know, kind of like, you know, we have different equipment, we bounce different ideas off each other, different techniques. So if you really want to learn something, you know, super technical like astrophotography, I really do think, like, you know, having someone close by, you know, I mean, as much as like, even like, hey, I left my equipment out and I think there's rain coming. Can you go in the backyard and cover it up for me? You know, even having that, it's helpful. Place grid. This should be a decent job. So we did 4,000 images with the (8-bit) data. We did 2,000 for 16. I'm gonna do a stack of the 1% and 2%. We'll see how that comes out. And I'm tempted to try drizzling just because when we did look, we did see we're kind of at the edge of resolution of the pixels with this scope, the air conditionings, and kind of what we're looking at. So probably drizzling actually probably worth trying because we're going to be kind of under sampling in some ways the details. But actually, just to make it fair compared to the other one, I'm going to not drizzle it. I need to install. Does anything else have wavelets on it? I guess I could put Cyril on here on this imaging machine. Pixel Bob. Yeah, well, that's running. Oh, you know what? There's like all these planes going by. I'm probably missing like all the. So let's take a look. While that's taking up resources, let's take up some more. We'll close that. And we'll close that for now. Let's launch another one. Look at this pinwheel data. You can also look at the comet. I didn't get pawns. Did I get pawns last night? I don't think I did. I think it was, yeah, it was two. I didn't get home till later. But there's another comet that's actually closer to the sun. See 2021 S3 Pan-STAR. But it is kind of now to where its tail's kind of pointing away from the sun. And the sun's beating it up pretty good. So it won't look as cool, I don't think. We can still take a look if anyone cares, but that's more for scientific value than oohs and ahs. So we're gonna go to Nina. Where's my Nina folder? Where Nina? Pinwheel. Let's look at last night's. All images in here. Do live stack. And we'll just let it go through. We'll start making adjustments as needed. Uh-oh, what happened there? Oh, you know what? It might be on comet stacking. Hold on. I'm gonna say, what the hell? Clear. We want to go. Alignment is on. Or where it is. There we go. Let's try this again. Okay, that looks better. Let's go to histogram. Let's stretch it out. Let's adjust the stars. You guys can see better than I can. Wait, what are you doing, screen? Yeah, you guys can definitely. It's not very bright for me right now, so I boost it up. There we go. There's a pinwheel. There's 13 minutes on it. We'll keep kind of adjusting this. As we get more and more data, we'll be able to. Yeah, look at these numbers. These numbers look great compared to my other ones. I don't think we'll have to worry about brightness a whole lot. All right. So yeah, look at them, all them stars. It's not calibrated data, so frame brightness too low. What happened there? It might be good that they went low, because it might have been higher in the sky where there's less background. Let's rewind it. You can see, watch the data fill in there. Zoom in a little bit. Auto hide. And there's another. So I might just have this kind of boosted up a little bit bright for you guys. There should be another fuzzy little galaxy there, little galaxy there, little faint fuzzies. This thing's still processing. Done. Okay, so it stacked it. Cool. So we've got the 16-bit data, we got the 8-bit data. We've got what scope for that? That is the Orion 80 millimeter. My eyes have been damaged 2 out of 10 staring at sun experience. Yeah, I mean, fair enough. We have a filter on it. Actually, all right. Here we go. Oh, here's the scope. So, player one, the 585 sensor cooled, which I don't think it's running. I think anyway, I don't think the cooling's running. Yeah, I mounted the focuser upside down just because the way the plate sits with this thing, and these, you know, I'm trying to get it centered. It was better mounted upside down, a little bit more room. But yeah, the Orion 80 millimeter. I could try. Well, yeah. I mean, it's the one I'll probably try to take this one in the Evo guide. Okay. The night before, you know, and how kind of deep field we want to go. Hi, Bobo. Want to be on stream? There you go. So yeah, I actually have the two. I think about it. I've got the cold 585, and I have two mono cams. One's 2.9, and the other one's 2.4. So yeah, I could take one of the mono cams. I also got the non-cooled 585, so I guess I could take shoot with the Evo Guide 50 and with that guy. And then, I don't know, some options. Definitely got some options. What are you doing? Lazy dog. I'm getting like dead grass all over you. Force Ghost of Oklahoma. I mean, I wouldn't mind taking the Mac. I wouldn't mind taking the refractor, although I've got the big boy, but I need to check collimation. I don't know if timing wise if I'll be able to do that. Worst case, I know, the Evo Guide and that one there, they're pretty well dialed in. Oh shit, run low on power. Hold on. Let me go get my hopefully you see that pinwheel. Yeah. Pretty cool. Let me get the battery again. It is bigger than the Milky Way as far as size. Hold on. Probably more kind of the size of Andromeda, but this one's not running into us anytime soon, so that's that going for it. There's been a number of I think there's been 2 supernovas spotted in the last 15 years, 2 or 3. So it's a decent one to keep an eye on and look for something new, if you kind of know what it normally should look like. There's a lot of nebulas in there. But yeah, it's worth keeping an eye out sometimes when you're imaging these galaxies, and you might get lucky and supernova kind of go off and you see this little bright blob. Let's take a look. I do want to see, I know that one comet data is not going to be very impressive, but I will look at it. Chris is going to bring the Quattro, Dobsonian, 60mm and 80mm. Yeah, I mean, it would be, you've probably got, be cool to bring the Dob, just so, you're in that darker sky too. Yeah, I'll probably bring the DSLR and shoot with like the 135, and we'll see how close the comet is. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea to do that either. yeah, I talked to my kid. I asked my kid if he wanted to go. He said yes, so I'll figure that out. Get him out of school. And then I'll probably have to. That means I'll probably have to book it back right after, unless he's gonna miss 2 days of school. I'll have to figure out that timing. But yeah, the detail in this one's pretty good. So this is just one night. How much date is this one? Yeah, so about 3 hours. That's pretty good. It'll kick the ass out of my my previous one, that's for sure. No, you're not going to be seeing anymore. And then let's see what the comet did look like. Just curious. It's kind of getting to where it's getting close to being overlapping with the Milky Way, so even if it doesn't look that great. Oh, you know what? I think I've already copied it off. And obviously, see, is this one looking at the sun? And it's getting kind of far away too. Close to the sun, but far from us. So let's see. Let's see what we can pull out of it. Actually, I can't tell. You see a little bit of a tail there. Again, you probably better view than I do. And this is getting into where it's getting close to the morning. It's low in the sky when it first starts, so not gonna be the best photo. Yeah, probably still do that. You can see how much it's moved, though. Okay, yeah, we're gonna do it on the stars. We'll do it on the comet too. I'm gonna boost this up so I can see. You guys might see better than I can, but there's a little bit of a tail there, so that'll be good. This is the one with a PhD researcher out of Reading, UK. She put out a thing asking the UK public for data, monitoring how the solar winds that are, where the solar getting close to solar maximum, right? So pretty active sun, how it impacts the tail of the comet. Part of that, after talking to a planetary scientist, part of why they're interested in that is actually similar mechanics would also be happening kind of very early on in the formation of the solar system. So it's just sort of an analog that we can look at and study today of the sun. So these high energy beams and how it interacts with this matter. Hi, puppy. Oh, hi, buddy. This is quite an ugly stretch, but again, this is going to be more for science than winning a pod. But it's a little bit more tail I thought they would have, so I'm glad. You can see how far it's traveled. Looks like a lightsaber there. Just because we're focusing on the stars, keeping those centered in a line, and so anything that's not moving with the rotation of the Earth is going to show up. So if there was like a satellite move slowly, not in. Oh, see that line there? So that was a satellite. You'll probably see a bunch of those. It's getting close to the sun coming up when I'm taking this data. So it starts to get to where a lot of the satellites are no longer in Earth shadow. So you'll start getting a lot of ultraviolet. As you can see, there's another one the other way. These are everything from Starlink to old spent rocket boosters to could be anything. And you start to tell where the sun is, and you can definitely start to tell that we are looking at the Milky Way. Just looking at the amount of stars there, they're showing up. I don't think it's that hard of a guess that that's over the Milky Way. Looks like it moved. I thought it went a little bit slower than that. Decent movement. I hope I need to bring up my YouTube just in case anyone's asked any questions there. Oh, there's these people. Look, Lester from GTA 5. Appreciate it, Mr. B120. Alright. So, okay, we're obviously getting close to the sun there. So it's starting to kind of wash everything out. That's probably the end, yeah. So at this point, the sun is down, I think 10 degrees below the horizon. I should probably do a little bit more, but trying to capture as much data as we can. And you also kind of can tell where the sun is. I think you can figure that out. There are some ugly star shapes in here. Let's do a, let's redo this, but let's do it. It might have trouble tracking that one. Yeah. I don't think I can find the comet, do you think? I wonder what it thinks the comet is. Well, that's fine. Do we have any others worth talking about? I do have some ponds from the other night. Look at that one. That one's probably going to be a little bit more successful. Dun, dun, dun. Ponds. Where's she going? Oh, that's why. going to open folder, not selecting the folder. Alright. This one I feel like it'll do a little bit better job detecting. Comment. Enhance, enhance, enhance. Yeah, so every frame we're gonna get better. Oh no. What happened to those frames? I didn't knock it, did I? That's interesting. I haven't seen that yet. Might have been windy. Okay, not that windy. Oh, great. That's probably about it. I don't know what happened on that one. I don't remember that one going so far off the rails. Try this again, we'll see where it went off. It's almost like it went off. It got knocked and then slowly drifted off. Hopefully that's pretty seeable by you guys. It's pretty bright, so see there's a lot going on in the tail there. I haven't been doing guiding on the comments just because I'm trying to get as many frames as possible. Maybe there's a big wind, maybe a dog knocked it. But glad not relying on this one image, just one session. All the other ones are pulled off, so. Actually makes me want to go strong 5 stack. Let's just take a look at what happened here. Didn't do so bad. I wonder why. Okay. Oh, that's what knocked it off. Clouds. So we got clouds in. Here, we can watch it kind of as a time lapse. It's interesting that it kind of cropped the image. You might be able to do a cool time lapse. Okay, yeah, I think I remember this night. Here's a satellite. The band of clouds. There's a little bit of a jump. More clouds. And then it should be running into the house. Might have stopped before. Yeah, I think after this it gets low enough to hit the house. Alright, good to know. Good to understand why why I did that. Alright guys, I'm going to streaming the fight. What are you doing, buddy? You streaming today? During the fight, he does all kinds of rocks. Good. Yeah, he does a lot of kind of like rock and mineral hunting. I think I might have, you might be able to post a link to Bring the Fight. Oh, it's loud. Oh yeah, you talked about that, yeah. And not a good view, yeah, well. You should be able to post links. If you want to post your Instagram. So I think I have you on Instagram. Yeah, he's mostly, I think he's just kind of starting out, trying to figure it out. But he's in a lot of the, I see him a lot lurking in the other science streams, especially Rocket Sage and GeoGem 2006, and I think it's the main two I follow. I'm sure there's another one. Let's see if I did that right. There we go. Here's your shout out. Yeah, I didn't completely plan to stream today, but it was just super clear, and I haven't done solar in a while, and of course we're looking. Oh, you did it from your phone? Yeah. I mean, that's a quick, easy way to start doing it. But yeah, I kind of need to get back into practice for, you know, little vent coming up. If you don't know about it, I don't know to tell you anymore. But yeah, here's a live view of the sun. I may try to image tomorrow, but yeah, I'm just kind of testing some different capturing techniques. Enhance. Yeah, we're getting kind of close. Yeah, no, go the other way. So yeah, there's sunspots. These sunspots you see in there, they are the size of the Earth or bigger. They're still really hot. I mean, we see them as like dark spots. That's just dark and cool in comparison to everything else around it. That's still really hot. I don't remember the exact numbers, but it's not a cold spot. I guess cold is kind of relative, right? So you can see that, and you can also see, zoom in here, and I don't know how well this shows up. We might have to kind of, but yeah, you might be able to see it. You see basically like little convection cells. Think of like, water boiling in a pot. You see it moving things around. You kind of have the same thing on the surface. The interesting thing is it takes from the surface, so literally the photons from this right here we're looking at took 8 minutes to get to us. To give you an idea of how big space really is. It took like 8 minutes. And then my understanding is that some of the photons are kind of, you can think of them as being generated deep within the core, right, and then slowly kind of getting their way out. You're talking like millions of years. But yeah, from the surface here, 8 minutes to reach us. Oh, plane? Nope. They're going everywhere except for where I need them. Yeah, I think it has to do with how long it takes that to kind of get to the surface before it can emit the photons. I think that's kind of where that comes from. Yeah, the eclipse, yeah. April 8th. Don't stare at the sun without sun protection. Unless you're in totality, then, covers, then yeah, you can look with your eyes. I don't think you have to kind of explain that to people really much, do you really? Like, if you look at the sun and it hurts your eyes, stop. And you can look at it through a telescope during totality, but not partial. Partial, it's still insanely bright. Especially you're looking at a telescope and you're essentially compressing that light down into a stronger beam. Yeah. STEM educators would be very disappointed in me right now. Don't do that. Kids in the hall. I haven't watched that in a long time. There's a few times where I've seen it come back on somewhere. You can watch it. I'd be curious to see how well it holds up. Yeah, because some of the humor, it can be irreverent enough that it, it's not of a particular time, right? Like Monty Python. I mean, it's kind of a time, but it's also silly, right? And that kind of stays through. Yeah, I had a talk with physicists last night. We had a 2-hour conversation about dealing with that. I was in his stream when Flat Earther came in and is asking kind of to prove it, but it got to a point to where you start giving them, well, you could do this experiment, and here's something you could do, and at a certain point, what they want to do is just prove you wrong, or make you confused or whatever, or just get attention. And it's just not productive anymore. so the physicist called him a moron. And then, of course, the flat earther got upset that, the physicist called him a moron. So yeah, we had a nice, good talk about that. After the fact, another stream. Actually, let me shout him out. He'll on stream. He'll kind of grab some Physics 101 book and start going through it, or start going through some interesting, kind of thought experience of how to mathematically prove or disprove certain things. Yeah, I mean it's not hard to prove the Earth is round. I mean, just get a weather balloon and a camera, or get on a plane and go up high enough. I don't. Yeah, that's one of the things we talked about, Ryan. Is there's some people that it's just they're just being trolls, right? Other people want to feel special and then some kind of cool click, and I know things that you don't know, and it's a weird human thing. Other people are just mentally probably unstable, they got mental problems. They need to touch grass and hopefully spend time with their families. Who knows what the hell's going on, right? So yeah, it was a good conversation we had with, how do we think about those people? Because a flat earther, is a flat earther dumber than, it's still smarter than a gorilla is, right? Maybe. I don't know. We never asked the gorillas. Yeah, that's another point too, Chris. We talked about is there's never been lower barriers to information, more information available cheaply than ever before, and we've got this weird. He compared it to sort of postmodern movement in literature, and this sort of deconstruction of the truth and institutions, and it doesn't matter. So, so I don't know. I will give people a chance. I will give them a chance. I've decided in my stream. I know that's what Nerduino and science. Although science does eventually ban people, I think, too, if you get too far line. But he will just, and it takes a lot of work too. Kind of Brian's point, like, if you have to sit there and convince someone who doesn't want to be convinced, first of all, to sit there and take your time and do that, to what ends? Are they a flat earther? Like, that's probably less dangerous than if they're anti-vaxxer, right? So, but it's calling someone a moron. Is that like gonna help things? Trust, authority figures, and teachers and institutions, is because, they struggled with understanding it and they get kind of shut out. And I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'll just figure out I'll have like a set of like 5 things of like, okay, well, here's the 5 things so we can do. You can think about, you can look up, or, we can talk about of how to do it. And then if you exhaust that list, then, there's no point in continuing, and we'll just mute you or ban you. I don't know. I gotta figure that out. Oh, let me shut out Nerduino. I think, oh no, he'll probably be streaming tomorrow. Oh, you know what? The other. Speaking of, I don't know if he was out. Physics and depression. He's well open if you just have random ass physics questions, or I think a lot of people go for help with some of their college work. If you have a question on something, he's not going to help you with quantum mechanics, but if you want to understand basic physics, or if you have an actual, equation you're trying to understand, he's welcome. He's open to just jumping in there and saying, "Hey, yeah." And that's another thing you can do during a fight. Like, and there are some, I think it's easy for us to look at the really dumb ones and go like, "Oh, this is insane." I think there are some examples of more complicated, equations on their side. It's kind of like speaking in like, pseudoscience gook, right? It's kind of hard to understand. But if you thought like, oh, that sounds scientific, that sounds reasonable, it's easy to go like, oh, that's evidence, right? And it takes a while to break down that stuff. I don't know. Right now, I'm not paid to be an educator, so I'll probably figure out some minimum threshold. There is stuff in astronomy and cosmology, that is like super unintuitive, and I get why people kind of like, you talk about, the size of the observable universe is, it's 90 billion light years across, right? But the universe is only 14 billion years old. There's one last night I was talking to. He was kind of confusing light year as a measure of time instead of light year as a measure of distance, because a light year and a regular year are the same thing, right? But you can kind of understand someone who's not steeped in stuff kind of getting thrown off by that. And astronomers name things terrible, like dark matter and dark energy. We're not doing ourselves, type 3 stars. We're just not doing ourselves any favors. 90% of their more persistent things are an issue of not understanding how to rotate things. Yeah, and it's weird too, because the idea that middle dark ages that people believe the Earth is flat, like that's wrong. That's misinformation. It's misinformation made for the purpose of trying to make Columbus look more important and braver than he was, which was in part an effort by Italians that were coming to America to kind of integrate themselves into American society, which is pushing more of this narrative about Christopher Columbus. Like their electromagnetic flat Earth effect is just describing how electron fields work, but broken apart as its a second effect. I'll have to check that out. It might even hurt my head, but it might be interesting. I'll check that out. Oh God, I don't want to do that under my. I'll do that under like a unsigned in YouTube profile. Yeah, I don't know if flat earther pisses me off more or firmament. They usually are the same groups, right? But they're slightly different. At least firmament was, though I do believe that aliens are on Earth and studies with rectal probes. I learn a lot from our rectums. Fastest way to a human's heart, I guess, rectums. Right. Yeah, firmament. That was something that was believed. Even when they thought the universe was round, the sphere, right? The Earth was round, and the firmament around it was a sphere. So even that, I guess that. Which one's more annoying? Maybe firmament only because it tends to have a lot of religious. It's usually used in part for like a religious thing, versus flat Earth. But I guess kookier probably is. You can understand of why, like, a monkey brain would think, well, okay, well, it's just spheres inside a sphere. Those are just dots on a sphere that moves around. That makes more sense, I think. More intuitive than, flat Earth. Like, I honestly don't understand it, because I remember being a child at a very young age and looking up at the sky and going, it's a bubble. I thought the Earth was kind of like flat, but like a bubble. Like, and actually bubbles, that's how it made sense to me that the Earth, you look at a bubble, floating or in the bathtub, and then you see like the oils kind of swirling around like clouds. I mean, it wasn't, when someone said, oh, well, the Earth is round, like, it wasn't this, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Like, it. Let's see. They go, oh my god, that makes so much sense. Like, yeah, because they started out talking about real things and took a full 180 randomly. Yeah. Yep. Oh, I was gonna do another geologist. Did I do that right? Volcano Duck. She's great. She's actual volcano scientist. When there's things going on in, Iceland, Greenland, she's usually on it, talking about it, writing papers sometimes during her stream, and submitting it. So it's pretty cool. Yeah. And it's cool because she's a scientist, right? But she, if I don't remember correctly, I think she had ended up originally dropping out of high school and having a kid, and and now she's a volcanologist. So I think it's cool to highlight that to people. Nerduino was a finance bro, and then went and worked in Japan, and kind of got into astronomy there, and then then he eventually worked at JPL. Talking to this guy from the paleo stream who got banned because he kept asking questions like, how would science explain the resurrection of Jesus? Yeah, that's usually Christians kind of state like they have it as a separate thing, right? Like that's a religious faith thing, not a go into a paleo and try to make them define the science of that. That's odd. It's weird. It brings new data. We redefine our models, and sometimes they challenge the models, and we think, oh no, something's different. And then it's like, oh no, actually that's just, it looks older than it's supposed to, just because there's more dust in the way of the object that's making it look, more redshifted than it actually is. There's things that are not intuitive at all, like quantum mechanics. That does not match with our experience. Yeah. Well, and you wonder too, like, at a certain point of, if someone wants to believe whatever, right, to then go around and spend time trying to, go into streams where you're going to be a nuisance and spend time doing that. I mean, what does that tell you about that person, right? I've got better things to do. Most people probably should have better things to do. Yeah, there's some things that we can't test yet, and some things we probably will never be able to test. But we could test that the Earth is indeed not flat. Even dumb ancient peoples knew that and figured it out. So that's weird. Are you talking about like before time? How warm was it? What did he look like before and after? Yeah, it's weird. Like I said, you're gonna have people that are seeking attention, who may have mental issues and challenges and their mental health, and they could be isolated and they've already chased off all their family, and you know, sometimes the internet, is not a good representation of the general. Yeah, like it's just I mean, you could talk about entropy, I guess, with the resurrection. Like I mean, I don't know what the point of that would be, but yeah, I mean, if he's alive again, then yeah, that assumes metabolism, right? Which is converting of energy, and but if it's divine, like didn't do the yeah. Same as how does science? Yeah, exactly. How does science explain the clown I heard 4 million years ago? Right. It's nonsense. I guess it'd be different too if this was maybe someone young and they're trying to, I don't know. But it's probably not, right? It's probably someone who, again, needs help. Yeah. Alright guys, I gotta process the comet data. Sun's getting down, although we're tracking it pretty well. So it's still there, it's still a live view. I may, once I get started rolling on the comet data and making the pretty images, I might stream that. But I definitely gotta get the one data to the scientist. Yeah, so I don't know when I'll stream. Actually, I probably will stream. Was definitely not this week. I mean, I may at some point, but the week after, kind of 2 weeks before the eclipse, we'll definitely be streaming. So yeah, thanks everyone for stopping by. An impromptu clear night on Monday night. Yeah, good luck. Yeah, we're supposed to clear. It was really clear last night. I had really good guiding. And then supposed to be clear tonight, and then I think Sunday night for most of it. So I probably will be imaging. So if we get bored enough, I may, or I get ahead enough what I'm doing. I could always stream. We'll look at Casper Nebula. And then Pinwheel, and then finally the comet. Although I don't know, comet, I'll probably go to bed. I guess I could leave the stream running. And you can see me sleeping on the couch, I guess. I don't know how exciting that would be, but yeah, guys, appreciate it. We'll hang out. See everyone soon. Good luck. Clear skies. Talk to you later. Oh man, I didn't see if there was anyone to raid. Anyone got any raid suggestions? I don't know. I didn't think about that. I say science. I want to raid science. I just guessed that he's born. Or well, she's on me. Alright, thanks guys.